this is our second day, and I wanted to show you guys that I'm actually the flight leader on this flight, so I'm up in the front, and this is my area. I mainly will be working with first class, and that is how my day is going to go. Today we have 4 flights. It's a pretty long day. We started at 6, and well, we started an hour before. Our flight was at 6, so technically we started at 5. And we do not get done until 5:30. So it's half a day just flying. And our 4 flights are from Baltimore to Detroit, Detroit to Raleigh, Raleigh back to Detroit, and then Detroit back to Baltimore. We lay over back in Baltimore. We had 2 layovers, one short and one long. So there is a rule that flight attendants cannot step off the plane whenever there's passengers on. So as soon as one gets on, that's it. None of us can get off because it is an FAA regulation. And we can get fined as flight attendants and as a company for stepping off the plane if there are passengers on board. So if there's an issue that arises with a passenger, whether it be a seat issue, whether it be an issue period, we usually communicate with our SkyPro. And we use an app in our SkyPro called the Flight Family that helps us talk with the gate agents, talk with the tower. If the flight attendants are in the back and they have a problem and they need to speak with the captains, they're able to communicate with the captains as well through the Flight Family. It allows us to see not only just talk, but it allows us to see how many passengers have boarded, if, you know, so we go by percentage. So, you know, when boarding starts, you're at 0, and then when boarding is ended, you're at 100%. So usually about 90, we can gauge using the app. We can gauge if we need to close the overhead bins, what we need to do. Usually also that's when one of the flight attendants in the back, if I can't do it, they'll do it, or vice versa. If they can't do it, I'll do it. They will go ahead and brief the exit rows because that is one of the components we need in order to close the doors. So the 3 components are the carrying items are stowed, the overhead bins are closed, and the exit rows have been briefed. And of course you have to let the flight leader know because that's how I can tell the gate agent who's going to close the door that the cabin is secure. And we'll say cabin is secure, exit rows briefed. So this is our galley. Standard, all of our stuff are in the carts. They're all full size. We have a closet here, another closet here, our system that controls the IFE, like the boarding music and seat resets if I need to do that, the IFE. And then also our jump seat is over here, and I'll be actually sitting in this chair. And as you can see, our control panel as well as the phone. And we have the captain's cockpit in there as well. So I'm gonna talk to them really quickly, have a brief with them, and then inform my crew about, you know, the time, if there's gonna be turbulence, if it's a short or long taxi, all those things. So I shall be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, I just got the time from the captain. It's gonna be a 105. He said I feel like my day is supposed to be. So yeah, let's go. And I think I hear that's coming. So yeah. Alright, so flight time is 105. We have about 60 passengers. Oh, sorry. Flight time is 105. And we have about 60 passengers total. So it's not a full flight at all. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, but I don't expect it to be completely full. But we'll see. And I've checked all my equipment, but just so you can see it, we have some equipment right here, and they tell you what equipment is in it right here. We have some equipment in the closet. This will be our PDE. We also have our megaphone, light vest in here. And you just double check it by making sure it makes a sound. We always check those. In this closet we have our wheelchair. Well, this is where wheelchairs would go. It's a priority for them if you have a wheelchair. And then we have our seatbelt extensions in here. Oh, that shouldn't be in there. We have our seatbelt extensions in here as well. In our carts, this is our snack cart. It has all of our snack bags in there. And again, our snack bags vary on each flight. You might get cookies and Cheez-Its, you might get granola and Cheez-Its, you might get almonds and granola. It varies. So don't expect the same flights every time you fly Delta. First class has snack boxes that they get, as well as their offer of beer, wine, as well as Comfort Plus too. So I'll go do the cabin with that. I'll do first class and then Comfort. And those are the only two areas on the plane, Comfort and first class, that get beer and wine. Yeah. Oh, again, my jump seat, the phone that has buttons on it. I can make a PA to everybody. I can call the captain, I can call the back. If I need to make an emergency call, there'll be 3 rings. And then you have the captains back there. This is my first class, empty, and the girls are back there as well. But yeah, this is my station. I have my lights ready to hand out to passengers as they come on. Oh, let me start. Oh, I wanted to show you all the setup of this wonderful tool. So this is it. Turn it on, and I'll start the flight. We're going from Baltimore to Detroit. So it's already going to be put in there. And then I hit start flight. And I wait, and wait, and wait. Hit OK. And it'll start up in a minute. Just give it a few. Yes, we do have pay-per-view, and yes, we do have satellite TV. And we can also control certain TVs. Like if you have a kid and you don't want them seeing certain movies that we have on here, you can hit the parental control, and I can control that for the parent. Okay, so I'm gonna double check and make sure that the entertainment is on, so that when they come on, they can already, it's on, and it's not on. So I'm just gonna hit that really quickly and turn it on. Okay. And then, lastly, I'm gonna hit recording music and turn it on. And I think I hear them coming, so I gotta go. Do you mind saying it? I'm trying to like do a YouTube video and I want to get the whole aspect of it.
Oh yeah. No, that's cool.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You guys are all set?
Thank you. Yes, cabin is secure. Exit rows have been briefed.
All right, great.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
You too, hon. Bye.
Bye.
And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the boarding door is now being closed. If you're planning as a multiplied, please be sure that it is set to airplane mode. And before this aircraft can move, everyone must be seated with their seatbelts securely fastened and carried out and stowed. So the jet bridge just moved. Flight attendants prepare doors for departure, cross-checking off all. And now I'm going to arm the door. There's one left and right on the top.
Steel shelves.
Thank you in a minute.
I want to make sure I got this.
Hey guys. Alright, cabin ready for dispatch. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome aboard Flight 2028 and non-stop service to Detroit, Michigan. My name is Chanel, I'll be your flight leader on today's flight, and I'm assisted by two other wonderful New York City flight attendants and inside the bags on board. Now, before we do depart, we do ask you to turn your attention to the video screens in the flight listening out for a brief presentation of the safety features of this Airbus 319 aircraft. And once again, please do, as a reminder, please do keep your face coverings over your nose and mouth throughout the entire duration of the flight unless you are actively eating. Thank you. Turn it on the video. And turn up the volume. Here we go. Takes a minute.
On behalf of all of us at
And that's it.
welcome aboard. As we get ready for takeoff, please settle in and have a wonderful flight. Thank you for flying Delta.
And ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will be doing the cabin line for the duration of the flight. However, if you do need to utilize the button to turn your passenger service unit, if on your flight to the call on your airline and your green light, the green light will have a half-lit sun button. And here we go. Bye.
Please proceed for departure. Oh wait, I got it. Oh my lord, what is going on? So I gotta wait for the jet bridge to come in order to make the and it's coming. Flight attendants have your doors for arrival, caution not off. Discern. Okay, one left and right. One left and right are discerned and right. Thank you. So what I'm waiting for is my aft left person. That's the person that sits on the aircraft left side. They're the door safety check person. So I'm waiting for them to come and check this bathroom, this door, and that one, which are all, both of them are disarmed and the bathroom's empty. I'm just waiting for cabin is safety check complete. Bye, have a good one.
Trash.
Yes, I do. What do you want to throw away? Just this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, have a good one. Okay, so I'm waiting for her to come. This is her right now. Hi, door safety check person.
Hey.
And she's, again, gonna check this door to see that it is disarmed. Check this bathroom.
Hazard safety check complete.
Thank you, ma'am. And then that's it. I can't leave the aircraft until she checks. So now that she checks, we can go to our next flight. Being flight leader is not for the faint of heart. I mean, like, there's so much that goes into being a flight leader. You're in charge of, you know, the smoothness of the flight. Like, literally the smoothness of the flight is all dependent on how you move. You have to know what you're doing, you know? You have to communicate from the flight deck to your crew members, to passengers, to ramp agents, to gate agents. You're really communicating with all these people all at one time. The main, like, peak moment of being a flight leader is really during boarding, because there's so much that you're in control of, or there's so much that is expected of you. You're expected to know when to board. You're expected to smile and welcome your passengers as they come on the plane. You're expected to stay on top of whatever the flight deck has told you in regards to the flight, like if there's going to be turbulence, how long the flight is. You're on top of that. You're expected to communicate with your crew members in the back who are also dealing with passengers in the main cabin. You know, your sole job is first class. So back when we had beverage service, we were, you know, on top of greeting passengers as they come on, saying, you know, welcome aboard, and then you're making announcements. You're also dealing with first class, and they used to get a beverage service, so you were also, you know, going to each row. Hey, hi, how you doing? Can I start you off with a pre-departure beverage? You know, sometimes they may not want something, and then sometimes they may want 2 drinks. You know, they may want champagne and a Bloody Mary, and you're like, how are you gonna drink that in the, you know, 35 minutes that we have until departure? Because once we close that door, I gotta collect these drinks because you can't have them, you know, while you're taking off. So you're literally in charge of so much. So being a flight leader is not for the faint of the heart. Although with the pandemic, our service has drastically changed, so there isn't too much that you're in control of, or too much you have to be on top of as being a flight leader. I keep saying flight attendant, flight leader. It's one and the same in my opinion, but this was my first trip back as a flight leader because I used to flight lead all the time before the pandemic. I actually enjoyed it. You know, it was a challenge for me. It's a challenge to be a hostess, a gracious host. Hostess. Hostess. I made up a word. No, but being a gracious hostess to your first class passengers, on top of maintaining the ability to check on the rest of the passengers, because even though I am in charge of, or I am, my job as flight lead is first class, I still have main cabin. I still have comfort class. I still gotta, you know, help my crew members out. So flight lead is not for the faint of the heart. And as a Delta flight attendant, trying to check the time, as a Delta, because pickup is at 1:30 and the time says 1:27, so I really should be going down, but I think that time is a little bit fast. But as a flight lead, I enjoy it. It is a little bit of a challenge with this job, and I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. And this one wasn't too bad. We had a lot of revisions with our announcement. Our service has completely changed. It's low-key kind of boring, but nonetheless, I'm gonna still do it and do it to the best of my abilities. So if you were ever on one of my flights, of course you'll be taken care of with the utmost care, but just know I got you. I'm going to make, and that's one of my goals. When I flight lead, I want to make sure that the passengers who are sitting in main cabin feel just as equally appreciated that they're on my flight as first class would be. So anyways, I gotta go. Pickup time is approaching, so